So today I wanted to bring you my 5 biggest tips for healthy, gorgeous hair. And these are just tips in general. Of course, there are more than 5, but these are just 5. They're simple, convenient, and ones that I would really recommend to you. And I guess I'll just kind of get into it. The very first thing that I would recommend is peppermint oil. And again, it doesn't have to be exactly peppermint oil. You could use tea tree oil. You could use cinnamon oil. You could use lavender oil. But this is the one that I use. I got mine from GNC, which is like a health food store. It's just 100% pure mentha peppermint. And the reason that this is so essential to your hair, it's for your scalp. You guys know your hair is basically dead. Your hair does not live. It's like your nails, it's dead. That's why when we cut it, it doesn't hurt. But where it grows is right here at the scalp because our scalp is alive and our scalp is what creates hair. So if we stimulate our scalp, if we put blood flow into our scalp will start kind of, you know, if it has that blood flow, it has that oxygen, it has the nutrients it needs, it can help to produce more hair quicker. And that's kind of what this does. This stimulates that blood flow to happen. And when the body realizes that there's stimulation up here, it promotes it to grow in that area. So this is something I use, and the way I do it, I just get my hair wet and I don't put anything on it. I use this and I put it right into my scalp. I get kind of underneath here, I get in the back, I get in the front, and I really just work it in. And for like the first minute, you really won't feel anything, but you just want to keep on scratching and eventually you'll feel it tingling and like, it won't hurt. It shouldn't hurt at least. It just kind of gets like tingly and whoo, like really cool. And that is, you know, this stuff touching and penetrating your scalp, and also oils are great for your scalp. And then it's also creating that circulation inside of your body. So that's what I love to do. And even once you're out of the shower, after I do this, I usually shampoo the scalp and then I condition and then I leave. Even afterwards, you'll feel it for a little while. And you will smell like peppermint, so I recommend doing it at night or on a day that you don't mind smelling like peppermint. Or if you use eucalyptus, you'll smell like eucalyptus. Or if you use lavender, you'll smell like lavender or cinnamon or whatever you're using. But this is definitely something I would recommend. This is definitely something I would recommend, is what I meant to say. It helps strong hair, it helps grow hair faster, and it helps make hair healthy. Now, another thing that you might not expect is an egg. And not just an egg, but foods full of protein. Because like we talked about here, yes, this will help stimulate the hair to grow. But what is hair made of? Dead keratin, dead protein. So if you have a diet without any protein in it, you're not going to be able to have hair because there's not enough protein in your diet. Now, if you're eating eggs, if you're eating So if you're eating protein, if you're eating nuts, if you're eating fish and all these different things that have protein, all of a sudden that gives your body the building blocks of hair. And if you have excess protein, your body says, okay, we don't need this for, vital functions. We can turn it into hair and just push it out of the scalp and into the nails and, make it strong and healthy. Of course, you need to eat healthy carbohydrates for protein and nutrients and, have good fats like omega fatty acids and stuff. But eating protein in a diet is amazing to help grow that hair out because protein is the building blocks of hair. The next product that I have is still one that I'm kind of testing out. This is called It's a 10 from CVS. Now, I'm not talking about this shampoo in particular, but I'm talking about a sulfate-free shampoo. This is just one example of those, and I do like this one. I've been using it for a little while. It has like a bunch of extracts in it. This is just one that I got from a haul. But the reason that I picked it up is because it is sulfate-free. So not even this one, but make sure you get a sulfate-free shampoo. Reason why is because sulfates have a way of stripping your hair of natural oils. If you're a grease monster scary bucket up here like I am, maybe you could use one. But when it comes to hair down here, you should almost never be using sulfates because they strip and they destroy. So a non-sulfate shampoo is really going to be great to first off clean your hair, but also to kind of give it nutrients and preserve it so that it doesn't get all nasty and frizzy and stuff like that because it happens so often. Almost every single shampoo, even high-end shampoos, have those sulfates because it's inexpensive, it works, and it cleans. So a sulfate-free shampoo, this is just one that I'm trying out. If you guys want a review of it, be sure to let me know. But yeah, woo! Almost dropped it there. But yeah, that is tip number 3. The next one is kind of one that you guys know that I do. And you guys know after you shampoo, you should always condition. Why? Because you want your hair to be soft and smooth. Well, what I actually do, I don't use a conditioner. I use a hair mask instead of a conditioner. Now, hair masks are supposed to work by you put them in your hair, you leave them in for 5, 10, 20, 30 minutes, and then you rinse them out. You should do that maybe once a week, maybe twice a week if you're a curly girl like I am, But what I actually do is use this every day in place of conditioner. For instance, I'll shampoo my hair with the sulfate-free shampoo, and then instead of just conditioning with the conditioner, I'll just condition for 30 seconds, a minute, whatever, run this through, but I will use an intense kind of moisturizer hydrator. And the reason why is because even though this isn't staying on my hair for 15, 20, 30 minutes, it is still more beneficial to my hair than a regular conditioner. Just kind of gives your hair that extra little boost it needs. The other tip I have is kind of one that I just forgot to throw in. So I guess this is actually 6 tips. I don't know if this is a 5-tip video or a 6-tip video because I just added a tip. Ooh, super spiffy there. But the biggest tip, but a big tip that I just remembered is to wash your hair with cold water. Reason why is because hair has a cuticle. Heat destroys that cuticle. That's why heat styling your hair is so bad for it. So when you're out of the shower or when you're finishing your shower, you should always rinse with cold water. First off, it does help to remove product better, but also it smooths that cuticle. Because the cuticle, let's say it's like this and it has like a bunch of little flakes coming off of it because it's damaged. If you put cold water, it'll smooth it so it's just completely sleek, and that helps to get rid of frizz, that helps to make your hair shiny and healthy looking, and it's just better for it in general. So there's tip number 5, and then this is tip number 6 that was going to be tip number 5, is to use a heat protectant serum or a heat protecting spray. This is Cheese 44 Iron Guard. Again, you don't have to use this one, just use a heat protectant if you're going to style your hair. Ow. Oh, nose itch. Reason why is because you guys know, again, heat styling your hair is one of the worst things that you could possibly do for it. When you heat style your hair, it breaks down the hair shaft, which is what makes it frizzy and, you know, what makes it damaged. When you use these, they're not foolproof. You still shouldn't be heat styling your hair, but it makes it so much better. Your hair is gonna not take as much damage, and also the heat protectant, first off, it protects your hair more than it would be naturally. Also, it kind of helps to keep the shape. So if you straighten your hair, it'll help to keep it straight. If you curl your hair, it'll help to keep it curled. And you can do that with 300 degrees of heat instead of 400 degrees of heat. And it's just a way to kind of be proactive about stopping split ends and, you know, preventing them from getting worse or preventing them in the first place. So those are my 5, actually 6 tips to healthy hair. Just my 5 or 6 actually biggest tips that I could recommend to you. If you guys have tips, be sure to share them with me because as a curly girl with long hair, I have a lot of frizzy problems and I would love to always hear new tips and tricks and advice. But I love you guys. Again, I hope this helped you and I look forward to talking to y'all soon. Love you guys. Bye.